Hello, good morning, and welcome to Yoga with Maria. Hope you're all well. Buongiorno for all the Italians watching out there. Hello. So this morning, hope you're well. Yeah. Make sure you've got a nice clear space, as clear a space as you can muster up wherever you're working this morning. And also, if you've got any injuries, just to be really mindful of them. As always, you can always pull back if you feel like you need to. So yeah, let's start. I don't know about you, but it's a little bit colder where I am today. The sun is not shining. However, we do have yoga, so let's enjoy that. Find yourself in a nice, comfortable position, sitting up. And close your eyes. Let's just bring our focus into our breathing, allowing that breath to flow in and out through the nose, allowing the spine to lengthen and the shoulders to drop. To the back of the neck lengthening also. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Let's just take that breath and awareness to our feet. And just as we clock through the body, just notice if anything is particularly achy this morning or a bit tight. Just give it an extra bit of attention as we go through. Allowing that breath to sink into your heels, your ankles, into your calves and shins. Allow that breath to drop down to the knees and the thighs. Now into the hips, your lower belly, and take that breath and awareness into your lower back, round into the middle of your belly, into your chest, and feel that breath and awareness round to the top of your back and in your shoulders, your arms, elbows, forearms, your wrists, hands, fingers, thumbs, and trace that awareness back up your arms into your throat, around into your neck, and the back of your head. Trace that awareness and breath round to the front of your forehead, your eyes, nose, cheeks, mouth, the tongue, lips, and jaw. Round into your temples, back into the top of your head and out. And keeping your eyes closed, inhale gently through the nose, bring the arms up, bring the palms together, and then exhale through the nose. And bring the palms towards the heart center. And again, inhaling the arms up, palms together, exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And one more time, nice and gently through the nose, palms together, and let them rest at your heart center. And we'll begin our class this morning on an Om. You can join in or just listen to the mantra. Inhaling through the nose. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Enjoy your practice this morning. Let's just do a little bit of a bit more breath work. So just bringing one hand onto your chest and one hand onto your belly, just below the belly button. Again, allow those shoulders to drop. And I want you in your own time just to continue breathing in and out through your nose. Allowing that breath to pass down your throat, past your chest and into your lower belly. So as you inhale, you feel the belly expanding. And as you exhale, feel the belly going inward, back towards the spine. Nice and gently. And see if you can slow the breath down. Perhaps applying a little bit of pressure on your chest and on your belly. Seeing if you can make your breath nice and light, almost as if you can't hear it. How quiet can you make that breath? Really nice. And then just releasing the hands. Let's take the shoulders to the ears. And then just allow them to drop. Like a nice inhaling, take the shoulders up, really squeeze them towards the ears, and then release. And one more time. Squeezing them right up, and then release. And let's just take the head over to one side just for a moment. Allow that chin to trace along your chest. And then let the ear meet the shoulder on the other side. And just keep doing half circles nice and slowly with that head. Just stretching out the side of the neck. Great. I'm just bringing that head on top. We're going to get straight into our squat this morning, do a little squat sequence. So if you ideally want to try and get your heels on the floor, if they don't reach the floor, just roll up the edge of your mat or get a towel, and you can just stick that underneath your heels just to give you a little bit more stability. What we're doing is we're pressing these arms on the inside and pushing the legs out. We're lengthening the spine, lengthening the neck. And just breathing in that position. Opening the chest. Squeezing the belly in towards the spine so you're starting to engage those core muscles. And then from here, let's take the left hand on the right ankle. And then we're just going to open and reach, extending that right arm up towards the ceiling, bringing it back in towards the chest, and then just repeating that action. So you're just opening that arm. Great. Again, using that breath. Let's change over to the other side, so taking the right hand on the left ankle and then extending the arm up, bringing it back in towards the heart center, and then again reaching and lengthening. Lovely. And then we're going to bring both hands into the heart center, so pressing the palms again together. And this time we're going to take both hands up towards the ceiling, keeping those palms together, lengthening the arms, and then again bringing them back in towards the heart center. So you're reaching up. See if you can lengthen those arms, and then return it again to the heart center. And if it's getting a little uncomfortable to sit in the squat, just relax for a moment, maybe sit down, sit cross-legged. One more of them. And then you've got two choices. You can either take your hands and place them on your ankles, or if you want a little bit more of a balancing challenge, you can take those palms of your hands and tuck them underneath your soles of your feet. And then from here, we're just going to stand up. You're using the hands as an anchor. So again, you can keep them on the ankles, which is a little bit easier. And we're just going to stand. Don't worry about trying to get straight legs. It's just starting to warm up those legs. So it's not necessarily about trying to get them straight. Each time you come back into your squat, see if you can lengthen that spine, lengthen that neck. So you're really starting to work that whole body in the movement. Keeping that breath flowing in and out through the nose. And then releasing the hands, taking them behind you. So you've got two choices. You can sit down on your bum, or you can lift the bum in the air. And we're just taking one knee towards that left foot, and then the other knee towards the right. So you're raising either the hips off the floor, or you can keep the bum on the floor and just twist. And then bringing yourself back into your squat. So again, now you've got some choices. You can just stay in your squat and enjoy that. Or if you want to walk out into your plank, you can. You can really take your time. You're just lengthening. And then bringing yourself back. Lengthening that spine, lengthening the neck. And then walking back out into your plank. Engage in the glutes, your bum muscles, allowing the hips to drop. And if you want to take it a little bit further, you can bring yourself through the spine, just stand, drop the head, allow the spine to curve back round. So you're sort of adding an extra little step. Or you can just keep walking back and forth in your plank, lengthening that spine. And then whichever one you're doing, let's just meet in a tabletop. Nice. So allowing those hands to be underneath your shoulders, just check your knees, make sure they're hip width distance, pressing the tops of the feet into the floor. Inhaling, taking the gaze slightly towards the ceiling. And then exhale, taking the chin in towards the chest. Allowing that breath again to flow in and out through the nose. Keeping the mouth closed. pressing those knuckles into the mat, into the floor. And then you can start to loosen up your movement. You can sit back on your heels, swim through those elbows. Just loosen it up into your crazy disco Friday cat. And then bringing that movement to a stillness. And we're just going to lift the knees up. So just pressing the tops of the feet into the floor. And then just lift and raise the knees. Squeeze the glutes. Bring the belly in towards the spine. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. And then release. Let's tuck the toes and bring yourself into a nice ragdoll. So nice deep bend in the knees. Give the head a nice little nod. You're really relaxing the head. Give it a little shake. Maybe you want to take the elbows or reach around and give yourself a little hug in your shoulders. Or maybe a little twist from side to side, whatever feels good. Releasing the hands and then allowing yourself to come up through your spine, vertebra by vertebra. And allowing the head to be the last thing that comes on top. Nice. And then just taking yourself a little walk to the front of your mat. Or just make sure you've got enough space behind you. Yeah, so just paddle through your feet. Have a little massage, just press a little bit into the tops of those toes, just to stretch out the top of the foot. Nice and gently, nothing too aggressive, but just starting to warm up those ankles. Maybe you want to do a few circles with the ankles in one direction and then the other. And then bringing yourself into your mountain pose. So your toes touching, your heels slightly apart. Or if you prefer to be hip width distance, then you can. Before we start our sun salutation, I want to just look a little bit at our chair pose for when we do sun salutation B. So ideally with your chair pose, when we're doing it, I'm just going to show you from the front. I like to keep the knees together because you've got a bit more support, it's a bit more solid. So when you're bending into your chair pose, you've got this kind of nice support with the knees touching. So you're kind of squeezing as one unit. Now your knees ideally need to be not going over the ankles, over the toes, or pulling back. You kind of want a nice 90-degree bend. If you get any pinching in your knees, just bring it up. Don't feel you have to go really deep in this. If you can, great. Use these glutes. Yes, so you're really firing up in these glutes. They're so powerful. You're lengthening these arms. You're squeezing those knees together, squeezing those glutes, tummy in towards the spine. Lengthen the arms. Yes, beautiful. Drop the shoulders. This is kind of your optimum one, so it works you quite hard. And you can come back up. But hopefully what it's doing is it's taking the pressure off your knees. But if you feel at any point that your knees are pinching, because some days, our bodies feel different. So always pull back. If chair pose doesn't feel right for you today, you don't have to do the chair pose, or you can just do a little mini one. Great. So let's bring ourselves again into a mountain pose. Spread those toes. Spread those feet. Anchor yourselves into the ground. Engage in your glutes. Little micro bend in the knees if you need to. Opening that chest, shoulders back. Gorgeous. Nice and strong. We're going to go for our sun salutation A. So let's inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, spread those fingers, stepping back into your plank. Bringing that weight forward over the wrists, lengthening the spine, drop the hips. Nice. And then let's take the chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes, exhale, down dog. Have a little paddle again through your feet if you want to. Sort of taking a little walk if that feels nice. Spreading the fingers. And then bringing the feet hip width distance, pressing those heels towards the floor. Squeezing those glutes, your bum muscles, really fire them up. Inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands, step your feet towards your hands, get them as close to your hands as you can. Inhale for halfway lift, exhaling nose to knee. Inhale, bringing the hands all the way up. Exhale, release. Shoulders back. Squeeze those glutes. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Planting the hands, stepping or jumping back into your plank. Again, bring that weight forward first. Set yourself up. Bring those knees down if you need to. Take the chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes. Exhale, down dog. Again, see if you can keep that breath flowing in and out through the nose. Gaze towards the belly button. Move your feet if they don't feel right. If you think, actually, maybe they'd be better closer, walk them closer. If you want to try walking them back a little bit, see what that feels like. Spread those fingers, really press those knuckles into the floor. Beautiful, really nice. Take the gaze towards the hands. Step or do a little jump. Halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. And then exhale, release. Let's go straight in for another one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant those hands where you want them, nice and solid. Step or jump back into your plank. Chaturanga, bring that weight forward. Take those knees down if you need to. Chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, enjoying that stretch in the back of the legs. Squeeze those glutes. Inhaling, taking the gaze towards the hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. And then exhale, release. Just get your breath back. Allow that breath to settle. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Engaging those glutes, tummy in towards the spine, shoulders back. We're going to go for our sun salutation B's. We're going to do some chair poses with some twists and some warrior poses. So let's inhale this time. Exhale, bend. Bend where you need to go. And then we're going to inhale for our chair. Yeah, nice. That was beautiful. Great. So really squeezing those glutes. Let's bring the palms together. Let's take the left elbow over to the right leg. We're going to bring ourselves into our twisted chair. So bring those palms towards the chest, gaze towards the ceiling. If you feel that left knee will tend to want to pop out, see if you can draw it back in line with the right knee. Keep breathing. Taking the hands down onto the mat, stepping or jumping back into your plank. And let's go knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's take our right foot forward. we're going to come into our warrior one. So nice 90-degree bend in that right knee, drawing these hips towards it. Pressing that back foot into the mat, arms up. Beautiful corrections, really nice. This is so good that you're looking back. It's always good. You need to be your own amazing teachers. Beautiful, lengthening those arms. Drop the shoulders. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Opening into your warrior two. Again, you're pivoting your hips round to the lengthways of your mat. Check that knee, make sure it's a nice 90 degree. Check that foot hasn't crept up. Gaze towards the right fingertips. Beautiful. Let's reverse the warrior. Get the gaze towards the right forearm. Again, squeezing those glutes. And then cartwheeling the arms round and down, stepping back into your plank. Chest down, chin down, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And we're just going to step back through with the right foot. We're going to come into a low lunge. So you're going to take the hands on both sides of that right foot. Allow that knee to come far behind you. So you've got a couple of choices. You can just stay here with the hands down as a support and just enjoy sinking into that left hip. Or if you want to tuck those left toes and bring yourself up into a low lunge, you can. And you could even take it into a little mini back bend if that feels nice. And just breathing into that hip from whichever position you're in. Nice. And then just bringing the hands down, stepping back into your plank. Knees down if you need, chest down, chin down, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, take your gaze towards your hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Squeeze those knees together. Inhale for your chair pose. Lengthen the arms, shoulders down. Nice, really good. Coming all the way up. And release. We're going to do the whole sequence on the other side. So just again, catch your breath. Squeeze those glutes, grounded in your mountain pose. Inhaling. Exhale, bend. Inhale for your chair pose. Bring those palms together. Take the right elbow over to the left knee. Bring those palms together. Squeeze them towards your heart center. Gaze towards the ceiling. Allow that right knee that might be creeping forward to go back in line with the left one. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Planting the hands on the floor, stepping or jumping back into your plank. Knees down if you need. Chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Stepping through this time with the left foot. Warrior one. Nice 90-degree bend in that knee. Bringing these hips around as far as they can. Just checking that back foot. Really nice. Allow these shoulders to drop. And then bring the arms up. Squeezing those glutes. Nice and powerful. You're looking great. And really nice. And then open out into your warrior two. Again, reshuffle your feet if you need to. Opening these hips out. Just check that nice bend in that knee. Gaze towards the left fingertips. Really nice. Reverse your warrior. Gaze towards the left forearm. And then cartwheeling those arms round and down. Stepping back into your plank. Knees down if you need. Chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's step through again with that left foot. Coming into a nice low lunge. So you've got your options again here. Keep those hands on the floor and just enjoy this stretch in the right hip this time. Breathing into that. If you want to tuck the toes and come into that low lunge, you can. Lengthening those arms. You want to just extend it back a little bit into a little mini back bend, you can. Again, breathing into this right hip. Releasing those arms if you're stretched up. Stepping back into your plank. Knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, take your gaze towards your hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Squeeze those knees together. Inhale for your chair pose. Shoulders down. Squeeze the glutes. Gorgeous, yes. And then coming all the way up. Really nice. Nice and warm now. I don't know about you. So we're going to do a nice little balance. We'll do a little dancer's pose this morning. So bringing yourself again into your mountain pose, toes touching, heels slightly apart. I'll do it with you, so I'll mirror you. Let's do it on the right foot first. So bringing your right hand out with your palm facing up, and then you're just going to catch the top of your right foot rather, on the inside. I'll show you from the side. So it's not on the outside, on the inside. You're bringing those knees together. So the knees start nice and yes. So this is already, a balance and a pose within itself. You can stay here if you want to bring that left arm up. Then you're just going to raise that right leg behind you just a little bit, which then allows that kind of tilt forward. But really what we're trying to do is raise that leg behind. Well done. Don't worry if you go off balance. Just start again. Bring those knees together. Inhaling. And then exhale, release. Don't worry, I also balance was not my friend this morning, earlier on. Some days it's just like that. Anyway, let's take it on the left side. So bring that left hand now. And then catch the left foot on the inside. Set yourself up. So bring those knees together to start with. Squeeze the glutes, belly in towards the spine. Lengthen the right arm up. And you can stay here. If you go off balance, come back to this point first before you try to lengthen. And you're lifting that leg behind you, pressing the top of your foot in to your hand. And then allow that pivot to come forward if it happens. Nice. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And again, don't worry if you go off balance, just back to your knees together. Inhaling and then exhale. Release. Really good. Well done. And let's do a nice extended side angle. So bring ourselves in right foot forward. Nice 90-degree bend in our warrior two pose. With these hips lengthways of the mat, bringing that bum underneath the torso, underneath the hips. Arms nice and long, just check that that's a nice 90-degree bend. This foot is pressing into the floor. Gaze towards the right fingertips. And then reach as far as you can, and then extend over. You've got choices. You can have your right elbow on your leg, or you can bring it down the side. And if you're feeling like a bind this morning, you can always take that arm under and the other one over and create a nice little bind. Keep that nice deep bend, or you can straighten that leg up just for a different stretch in the leg. If you're in the bind, just releasing that and coming back over into your side stretch just for a moment. And then together we can cartwheel the arms around. Lovely. And take it on the other side. So bringing that left knee, nice 90-degree bend, toes pointing at 12 o'clock, these hips pivoting around to the lengthways of your mat. Nice and solid, so feel good in that pose. Lengthen those arms, gaze towards the left fingertips. And then let's reach towards that left side. Reach, reach, reach. And then extend over. Again, you can keep that hand, the arm on the leg, or you can bring it down the side. Just kind of deepens that stretch. Or if you want to take the bind this morning, you can take it under and over. Clasp those hands. You can keep the knee nice and bent, or you can straighten that leg up for a different stretch. Really good. And again, if you're in the bind, releasing it and just bringing yourself into that side stretch for a moment. And then cartwheeling the arms around. We're going to just do a nice little eagle pose to close it all off. So toes touching, heels slightly apart. I'll mirror you again. So let's take the arms out. Right arm under the left. And then right leg coming up and over. And we're going to squeeze everything. Sit back, so you're lengthening that spine, you're dropping the shoulders. If you're feeling you're coming forward, just see if you can come up a little bit before you sink. Really good. Squeezing everything. Really nice, well done. Coming up. And let's just change to the side. So let's bring the left arm underneath the right. And the left leg up and over. Again, allowing yourself to sit back in the pose. Squeezing those thighs together. Dropping the shoulders. And breathing. Really nice. And coming up. Release that. Let's take a nice wide pose. And just bring the toes kind of pointing in a little bit towards each other, just a fraction. Just check again that the hips are underneath the torso. We're going to bring the palms together and then we're going to flip them round so then your palms are facing the ceiling. Yeah, bringing those shoulders down. Again, just check that that bum isn't sticking out. Tuck it underneath. Drop the shoulders. Yes, beautiful corrections. And we're just going to stretch over to one side. You're lengthening again. If you've got a tendency to try and get that chest towards the floor, you're going to open it out. It's a real side stretch. Coming up and then just taking it over to the side. Breathing, really good. Coming up and then let's just take that forward. So bend those knees a little bit if you need. Squeeze those glutes, lengthening forward. Really squeeze those glutes, take the pressure off the back of the legs. Coming up and release. Great, let's do a little vinyasa to get ourselves down. Toes touching, heels slightly apart. This time we're going to inhale and take a little mini back bend. Open that chest towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale halfway. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping or jumping back. Knees down if you need, chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Taking the toes, exhale, down dog. Let's take a little three-legged dog. So bringing the left foot in the middle and then raising the right leg. Again, don't worry about how high you can get it. You're going to try and keep those hips nice and square. You lengthen as if someone's pulling your toe. Spread those fingers. And then let's take the knee towards the nose. Gorgeous. And then extend it back. And again, knee to nose. Extending back. And one more time, knee to nose. Extending back. And if you want then to stack the hips one on top of another, and then allow that the right knee to bend. So you're kind of opening that hip, yeah. And then releasing, let's just change to the other side. So bringing the left leg up, again lengthening first. So don't worry about how high it is, try and square those hips off. Imagine again someone's pulling those toes of the left foot. And then let's take the knee to the nose. And lengthen back. Really good. And again, knee to nose. Lengthen back. One more time, really crunch it all together. Knee to nose. Lengthen back. And if you want to stack the hips, you can. And then let that leg flop over. You're just opening those hips. Nice, really good. Then releasing the foot, putting it back down, taking a look at your hands. A little jump towards your hands. And then bring yourself down into your staff, your seated mountain pose. Point those toes towards the ceiling. Let's bring that right foot in towards our body. So you kind of just got one leg out, that left leg, engaging it, taking the knee towards the floor, bringing the arms up, and then reaching forward. Nice, so lengthening that spine, lengthening that neck. Even if you're just up here, really nice. You're just lengthening, breathing into that. Squeeze that glute of the left leg. And then relax over. Allow the spine to curve and the head to be heavy. Breathing into that tightness. Try to avoid bouncing or pulling. Just allow gravity to do all the work. Squeeze that glute of the left leg. Press that knee in towards the floor just to see what difference that makes. Coming up, and let's change for the other side. So bringing the right leg out and then tucking that left foot right into your body. The right toes pointing to the ceiling. Bringing the arms up and then again lengthening. Lengthening that spine, lengthening the neck wherever you reach. Squeezing that leg, pressing that knee into the mat. Yeah. Dropping those shoulders. So you're really working that right leg. Press those toes towards the ceiling as if you're trying to lift the back of the heel off the floor. Nice. And then you can relax. Relax over, curve the spine, let the head hang heavy. Use your hands on the floor or on your leg if you need to give that bit of support. And again, squeeze the glute. Press that knee into the mat. See what difference that makes in the pose. Bringing yourself up, and let's just try that with both legs. So bringing those toes towards the ceiling, we're just going to go straight in for the kind of relaxed curve. So again, just allowing the spine to curve straight over this time and the head to relax. But we're going to keep the legs engaged. So the spine is relaxed as it can be. Squeeze those glutes, press those knees into the mat. Bring those heels up if you can, but allow that head to be nice and heavy. And then relax the legs. And then engage them again. So squeeze those glutes, press the heels off the floor, toes towards the ceiling, press the knees in towards the mat, squeeze those legs, squeeze the glutes, and then release them again. And we're going to do that one more time. So again, bring those heels off the floor if you can, press the knees in, squeeze the glutes. So you're really lengthening those legs, press those toes towards the ceiling, and then release them again. Just breathing in and out through the nose. And then bringing yourself up. Great. Let's just take ourselves round onto our front. We're going to do a little plank. So we're going to bring the forearms on the floor. And we're going to take hold of our elbows. And then we're going to lengthen those legs back into this really low plank. Squeezing those glutes, bringing the hips down, taking the belly in towards the spine, lifting out of your shoulders, so you're kind of keeping those shoulders nice and active. Really squeeze the tummy muscles. Let's take the knees on the floor, and then you're going to bring your forehead down on the inside of your forearms for a little lizard stretch. You kind of really sticking your bum in the air. Yeah, you're allowing that forehead to come down. If you really want, you can practice. If that feels like quite nice, quite easy, you can open the arms and lengthen them in front. And see if you can bring that chest to sink onto the floor. But in this instance, you're bringing that forehead off the floor. And you're allowing the chest to sink in and the chin to rest on the floor. And this one is called Melting Heart. Or just stick to the lizard pose. And then just bringing yourself back, allowing yourself to sit in child's pose. So bringing those hips and the bum towards the heels. Allowing the arms to come behind you, let the shoulders sink. And the forehead on the floor. And just breathing into that nice relaxed child pose for a moment. And great, sitting yourself up, bring yourself onto your back. We're going to do bridge and then we're going to go into shoulder stand. So I'll just demonstrate shoulder stand for you. So actually, if you want to just watch a sec. So when we're doing our shoulder stand, you've got two options. You can either just have your legs coming up like this, or you can plant the hands on the floor, lift your hips up, bring the hands underneath, support those hips and allow the legs to come nice and straight. The important thing is you keep that neck nice and long. You don't try and look at the camera or anything. You keep that neck nice and long, you squeeze those glutes. And then if you're going into plow, which we'll do all together in a moment, you bring those knees towards the forehead and then allow the legs to go behind you. And if you want, you can bring these hands behind for support on the floor. And then to release, we just roll the spine all the way down. So if you're already doing it, great. If you know what you're doing, fabulous. If not, I can now guide you through. So bringing that spine nice and flat, palms on the floor. You've got the choice of just bringing those legs up. Or if you want to then press those palms into the floor, raise the hips, bring those hands underneath. And again, it's as if somebody's pulling your feet and they're pulling them up. So just see if you can raise those hands a little bit higher on your back. Squeezing those glutes, stretching the legs up, keeping that chin tucked in towards the chest. And you can stay here in your shoulder stand or bring the knees to the forehead, allow the feet to fall behind you for your plow. And again, you're just breathing into whichever position you're in. And then wherever you are, whether you're in shoulder stand or plow, bringing those knees back into the forehead, and then dropping the hands behind you to support you on the floor. And then allow your spine to come down, vertebra by vertebra. Planting the feet on the floor, we're just going to go into a bridge. So really spread those toes. Lots of contact with your spine and your hips on the floor. So if you can feel a bit of a gap in your lower back, just tuck the hips under. See if you can get that lower back to be in contact with the floor as well. And then from here, we're just going to raise those hips up, planting the feet, pressing those feet into the floor. With the chin tucked, squeeze the glutes, really make them work. Press the belly in towards the spine. And you're breathing. And then release vertebra by vertebra. And then we go again. If wheel is in your practice, you want to do full wheel, you can by bringing those hands side of your ears and lifting up into your wheel. Otherwise, just do another bridge, bringing those hips up, squeezing those glutes. And then whichever position you're in, we're just going to raise that right leg up and then down. And then the left leg up, really squeeze those glutes together. And release. And then again, whichever position you're in, just allowing yourself to slowly come back. Bring those hips in and the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. Really well done. And then opening the arms. We're just going to take those knees over to the left, the gaze to the right. If you want to do an extra bit of a intensity on it, you can just do like the eagle pose. So stack the right knee over the left and then allow your body to go over to one side. Enjoying that side stretch, breathing into that lower back. Imagine that right shoulder sinking into the earth, even if it feels like it's far away. And bringing the knees in, unwrapping the bind if you're in that, and then taking the knees over to the right, the gaze to the left. If you want to do the little extra intense bind, you just stack that left leg over the right. And again, breathing into that lower back. Imagining that the left shoulder is sinking towards the floor. And then bringing those knees back in. I'll give everything a squeeze. So take the chin towards the knees and then squeeze everything. Clasping the elbows, bring the heels together. Squeeze everything in a tiny ball. Yeah. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release. And just allow yourself to come into the final pose of Shavasana or corpse pose. You've worked really hard this morning, so really well done. Just enjoy these moments of release and support from the floor. And let your whole body begin to melt into the floor. The shoulders, the hips, the back, the legs, the arms. And I have a really short quote this morning from Marcus Aurelius in his book Meditations. It's entitled The Fountain of Goodness. Dig deep within yourself, for there is a fountain of goodness ever ready to flow if you will keep digging. Dig deep within yourself, for there is a fountain of goodness ever ready to flow if you will keep digging. And when you're ready, start to bring some awareness back into your body. Just giving the fingers and the toes a little wriggle. And taking the arms above the head, giving yourself a nice big stretch. And then just allowing yourself to go over to one side. And keeping the eyes closed, just bring yourself into a nice comfortable seated position. And then together on the corners of our homes, let's inhale, bring the arms up towards the ceiling, palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards our heart center. And again, nice and easy, in through the nose, arms up, palms together. Exhale, palms towards the heart center. And one more time, nice and gently. And then exhale, bring them to rest at your heart center. And we'll close our class on 3 Oms followed by Shanti. And you can join in the mantra or just listen. Inhaling through the nose. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you. Beautiful practice. Really, really well done. Thank you so much. If you are able to donate for the session at all today, you can do that via the website www.yogawithmariagray.com. Just a little donate button. So thank you very much. We do have meditation now for about 15 minutes. So we'll just do a bit of eye exercises, a bit of massage, followed by a nice guided meditation on flow this morning. So I hope to see you then in a few moments. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Ciao. Bye-bye. Namaste. Hello and welcome to Meditation with Maria. Welcome back and welcome to anyone that's just joining us for this meditation session. So just bring yourself into a nice comfortable position. You can be sat on a chair, or if you want to just relax on your sofa, you can. If you are just sat on the floor, just allow that spine to be nice and long. And we're just going to get in a little bit with the, we'll do some eye exercises first, and then we'll do a bit of facial massage. So just keeping the eyes, so we're going to take the eyes nice and wide, so super wide, and then just close them really, really tight. And then again, really wide, and then really tight. And one more time, really wide, and then tight. A few blinks, and then let's take the gaze towards the ceiling. So again, try to keep the head still. You're just focusing on the eyes. Take the eyes towards the ceiling and then to the floor. To the ceiling and to the floor. And just do a few more of these in your own time. Be mindful if you're breathing through your mouth. Just see if you can bring your breathing to the nasal, to the nose. And then just close your eyes for a second. Take the hands, the palms just over the eyelids, just nice and gently. Give them a little rest for a second. And then releasing the hands, opening the eyes. And let's do the same thing, but we'll just do it to the side. So again, you're just taking that gaze to the right or the left, and then over to the other side. And again, just do these in your own time. And really working the retina, keeping it nice and strong. Giving ourselves good eye health. And again, just a few blinks, closing the eyes, and then again, just gently put those palms of the fingertips just over the eyelids. And then release. And then we're just going to take some really big circles with the eyes. So just nice big circles all the way around, taking the whole room. And then just changing the direction. Lovely. And again, just closing the eyes, bringing the palms again over the eyes just for a moment. And then let's just do one more exercise. So we're just going to do eyeball freestyle. So just darting the eyes in different directions. And then see if you can isolate one eye. So you can even take one hand over one eye and just work the exercise on one eye. And then you can switch over to the other side. Great. And then just we'll just give our little, our face a nice little massage. So just bringing the fingertips onto the eyebrows, just tracing that line above the eye socket. Allowing the shoulders to drop, so don't let them creep up. Just nice, gentle massage over the eyebrows. And then bringing them the other way, so taking them fingertips to the top of the nose. And then you're just bringing them down, tracing the top of the cheekbones, underneath, and then up, giving yourself that little mini facelift. Getting that blood and circulation going underneath the eyes. Nice. And then just kind of taking that little massage now wherever you feel that you need it the most this morning. So maybe you want to take it on your scalp. Maybe you just need to focus a little bit on the jaw, that space behind, underneath the ear, behind the jaw. Or perhaps just on the neck or the shoulders. So just kind of spend a few moments just for yourself. Just massaging any point of your shoulders or face or neck that needs it. Nice. And then just releasing those hands, and then just bringing yourself into your nice comfortable position, ready for some guided meditation. So you can lie down, just fully relax. Close the eyes. So today's meditation is all about flow. So let's bring that awareness into our breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Imagine with each out breath, your body is becoming more relaxed. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. And your breath is becoming lighter, easier, quieter. In through the nose and out through the nose. Life is a continual flow of energy, like a river. In order for it to flow freely to the sea, it must have a clear path. If things begin to block that path, then the flow will stop and the water will become stagnant. Everything in life is flowing, changing. Our bodies are forever renewing and flowing with water, air, blood, energy, life. Imagine yourself by a riverbed. It is wide. The water is crystal clear and flows freely at a calm and steady pace. There is a small boat in which you board. It carries you along the river. The gentle rocking and swaying of the boat is relaxing and peaceful. As you look out, you see events in your life that have happened. Some of these events were big, life-changing ones. Others are small but significant. Disputes and fallouts that you've had, difficult moments, unpleasant encounters. Your boat glides past them. You see yourself in different emotions, times of anger, jealousy, fight, hurt. You watch yourself only for a moment before the boat floats past. You lie down on the deck of the boat and look up to the sky. There are beautiful white, fluffy clouds, all creating different shapes. They transform and change into something different. You feel at peace again and calm. As you sit up and look around, the views from the boat are of happier memories and events from your life. People who have inspired you, shaped you, helped you grow. Moments of when you helped someone. Enjoyed time with friends and family. As you look ahead down the river, you smile. You know that there may be difficult times ahead. You know that there will be new sights, new adventures, new challenges. You also know that you will continue to flow and move peacefully. You breathe slowly, in through the nose and slowly out through the nose. You smile again as you lie back and watch the beautiful clouds making wonderful new shapes in the sky. Start to bring some awareness back into your body. When things seem to overwhelm you, think back to how each event has shaped and molded you into the person you are today. Know that nothing is forever, and we are changing and renewing each and every day. Allow yourself to flow freely and not become stagnant with thoughts on past events or on future ones which we cannot control. Enjoy your journey today. Look out at the view you have, or you will soon pass it. And if you want, you can open your eyes or just stay where you are for a few more moments and enjoy just a little bit more relaxation. Thank you so much for joining me this morning for our flow meditation. I wish you a lovely day. If you are able to donate, you can do that via the website www.yogawithmariagray.com. So thank you. And have a lovely Friday. We do have yoga tomorrow at 11. If I don't see you then, I look forward to seeing you at a session soon. Thank you so much. Namaste.